Great items to help you learn to play guitar or even the ukulele. The Chord Buddy Guitar Learning System can have you playing the guitar in no time. All you do is attach the Chord Buddy to a guitar, and you'll immediately begin to play music. Within a few weeks, you'll begin removing some of the tabs, and you'll be making chords on your own. Chord Buddy comes in right-handed, left-handed, and right-hand classical. The kit includes a Chord Buddy, color-coded songbook, lesson book, and how-to videos. They even have a ukulele pack that includes the ukulele, a Chord Buddy for it, a song and lesson book, how-to videos, and free shipping for $119. Whether you're learning guitar or ukulele, Chord Buddy is the fastest and easiest way to learn. They've got over 500,000 happy customers. You can get a Chord Buddy guitar learning system for just $49.95 or the crazy deal for just $64.95, which comes with a guitar tuner. Start playing guitar right away with Chord Buddy. Head over to chordbuddy.com, or visit rickandbubba.com under the sponsors.
How to grow zucchini vertically. That's coming up on This Land of Ours.
The COVID-19 vaccine
and
has...
the thing I heard about the vaccine...
Sure, but do we really know about the long-term effects?
Did you read that thing on the internet?
He heard from his cousin that they don't...
Okay, you're hearing a lot of talk about the COVID-19 vaccines these days. So how do you find out if getting vaccinated is right for you? By talking to someone you already trust, your doctor or healthcare provider. They'll answer your questions so you can decide what's best for you and your family. Go to getvaccineanswers.org to find out more. That's getvaccineanswers.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council.
Shrimp, grouper, stone crab, oysters, clams. That's just a sample of the great seafood that Florida's Gulf Coast is famous for. Fresh, wholesome seafood caught by fishing families that for generations have taken great pride in their work. No gathering is complete without delicious Florida Gulf seafood fresh from the docks. Remember, when shopping or dining out, ask for fresh from Florida seafood. That helps our state's fishermen and our local economies.
One of the biggest benefits of growing zucchini vertically is that it makes it much easier to weed your plants. It can also save a lot of space, which is important if you're limited to a small area in your yard or patio. First, you'll need to figure out a trellis to grow zucchini vertically, whether it's a balcony railing, tomato cage, or an A-frame. Just make sure it's in the perfect spot to receive full sun. Then choose a compact bush variety that's designed to grow in a more contained form, such as gold rush, sun green, raven, or bush baby. The main difference between growing zucchini vertically and growing it horizontally is that depending on the system you use to support your zucchini plants, you may need to plant it in a seed starting mix and a container instead of directly in the ground. Once your harvest begins, be sure to check daily since squash plants are notorious for getting out of hand quickly. You don't have to limit yourself to just zucchini either. All kinds of plants can be grown vertically, including other summer squashes, cucumbers, beans, and much, much more. I'm Kathy Isom, Southeast AgNet.
When it really counts, depend on the source for the latest weather updates, keeping you ahead of the storm. 96.3 FM, 1370 AM, The Source.
We'll have thunderstorms in the area this morning, continuing through this evening. Mainly cloudy and breezy otherwise today, with a high of 86 to 91. Mostly cloudy otherwise tonight, low 72 to 75. Then Friday will be very cloudy with a couple of showers and a thunderstorm, and a high of 87 to 91. Thunderstorm in parts of the area Saturday afternoon, high 89 to 92. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm Holly Holgren.
Veterans Helping Veterans USA. Call 352-433-2320. We help veterans and their families with limited financial assistance, counseling, employment referrals, and a food and clothing bank. You can help in making a huge difference in the veterans' lives we serve by donating food, clothing, household items, or direct financial assistance. All donations are tax deductible. Veterans Helping Veterans USA. 352-433-2320. Thank you for your attention, and God bless America.
This is Ocala Talks with Tom Schmidt, bringing stories that are important to our community in and around Ocala. Plus, of course, a splash of sports as well. Now, here's your host, Tom.
Welcome back. Usually at this time we'd have Bob Wine's Camellia Gardens, but as you know, with the rain today, they got rained out. But when they're not rained out, go see their 5.5 acres, 5+ acres. It's really a good time. There's camellia plants, camellias everywhere. There's trees, there's citrus trees, shade trees, any bush you can think of. The milkweed's there. They got mums right now. They're selling azaleas right now. Bob Wine's Camellia Garden. Go get anything you need at Bob Wines Community Garden, or you can give them a call at 629-5766. Once again, it's Bob Wines Community Garden, 629-5766. I'm about to sneeze, so if you're watching on YouTube, you're like, what's he pressing his nose for? Well, I'm about to sneeze, and you don't want me to sneeze live on the air because it's like 37,000 sneezes in a row. So something in the air in this studio today. I think that tropical depression has put something in the air. I think that's what it is. I am happy to tell you that last night, the team of Ocala Talks, if you want to come join our team, we every Wednesday night we're at Ocala Talks. I show up and go play trivia. I play trivia, don't host it. I host it on Tuesday nights at Crazy Cucumber. But every Wednesday night, Ocala Talks has a team, and we go play trivia. And we can always take teammates. We play it at Charlie Horse, so starts at 6:30. So if you want to come join Ocala Talks. Last night, the Ocala Talks team, I mean, come on, we won. What else are you going to think we're going to do? We won the thing by like 120 points. Hello, trivia guy. I will tell you, though, the last 3 weeks, we've been in the money all 3 weeks. This was the first week. We've only been playing 3 weeks. It's the first week we won. But they pay first, second, and third. We've been in the money we've had a gift card every week. So come join us. I look forward to the Ocala Talks team growing by leaps and bounds. Hey, you heard in Vets News that there is a motorcycle escort for the memorial wall, for the traveling memorial wall for 9/11. That's at Warhorse Harley-Davidson tomorrow. Registration begins at 8 a.m., bright and early. Goes till 9:45 a.m. Kickstands up at 10 a.m. sharp. The commemorative poker chip will be given to the first 100 bikers that register. The ride will proceed around Ocala to a Veterans Memorial Park. Lunch will be provided by Mission Barbecue at Veterans Memorial Park at the conclusion of the escort. But Friends of Marion County Veteran Park and Hospice of Marion County are also sponsors of this motorcycle escort for the 9/11-2001 traveling wall. So if you want to be a part of that, that kicks off tomorrow at Warhorse Harley-Davidson. Registration 8 a.m. to 9:45 a.m. Kickstand, and there goes my microphone. It just fell on me. Kickstands up at 10 a.m. from Warhorse. You're going to traverse Ocala and then end up at the Veterans Memorial Park. So, 9/11, all the stuff. I watched a special on ESPN last night. I don't usually watch ESPN because I think it's become more political than it has become more sports-oriented. But I saw this advertisement on Facebook for this show that's going to be on ESPN. And it talked about the importance of sports during 9/11. And it was a very, very important thing. The fact that George Bush threw a strike at the Yankees-Mets game, the first professional sporting event to take place in New York after the tragedy of 9/11. That was huge. That was the entire country at that moment were Yankees and Mets fans. I was pulling for the Mets, I'll be honest with you, because I just can't pull for the Yankees. But at that moment, everybody was a New Yorker because we were all Americans, and America had been assaulted. It just so happened it was the World Trade Centers in New York City. But to Americans, it felt like it was their courthouse or their government installation building in their town. I don't, if anybody remembers it differently, give me a call, 622-9622. But that's how I felt, and that's how most of the people around me felt, or all the people around me felt. It was a personal affront to every individual American, no matter where you lived. And sports was one of the first things that brought us back to normalcy, just as it did, it's doing with the COVID-19 pandemic. The fact that people are able to go to stadiums now and watch football games, that brings us back to normalcy. When George Bush strode out to that mound, he said last night, they interviewed him, he goes, all I could think of was it better be a strike, and I have to do it from the mound. They wanted him to do it from in front of the mound. He goes, nope, it's got to be from the mound, 60 feet, 6 inches, and it's got to be a strike. I can't roll it up there. I can't throw it. It's got to be a strike to let everybody know this is America, and we're back. And he threw a strike, and, it was one of those moments that sends chills through you. And that's one of sports' abilities, is to bring back normalcy where normalcy is needed. And it was needed after 9/11. I believe it was some 10 days or 11 days after 9/11 when Bush strode to the mound in I believe it was a fire department of New York, NYFD jacket, I believe is what he had on. And he strode to the mound and threw a perfect strike. And we were well on our way back to normal. But what is normal? Because it really hasn't returned to the normal we knew before 9/11. Before 9/11, you probably didn't racially profile any Middle Eastern person you saw in the airport. I bet you still do now. Even 20 years later, I bet there's some of you that see somebody with a Middle Eastern look to them, and you keep an extra eye on them while you're in the airport. That was because of 9/11. These intrusive searches that people randomly get picked for, that was because of 9/11. They're having to get in the airport 2.5 hours before your flight so you can get through security and get your baggage checked and everything. That was because of 9/11. The fact that there are metal detectors and security guards wanding you and all to all sporting events, major sporting events you go to, that was because of 9/11. The fact that the pilots of planes, before 9/11, the pilots of planes, they'd have children in the cockpit showing them the plane. The pilot would come out and talk to people. That doesn't happen anymore. That's because of 9/11. We must never forget what caused this. 19 men who were terrorists took 4 planes and tried to destroy the United States of America with them. And they failed. Yes, we got hit with a sucker punch. You got a black eye. But once you punched us, my dad always said, don't be the person who throws the first punch, be the person who throws the last punch. And a lot of people say we were the person who threw the last punch until the Taliban just threw a punch, taking back over Afghanistan. We're going to take a timeout. Come back after this timeout. You're listening to 1370 AM, 96.3 FM. This is WOCA, The Source.
Broadcasting from the Ocala International Airport, this is WOCA AM, W242CA FM, Ocala, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, The Source.
Bonjour, and welcome to the French Riviera, full of dirty, rotten scoundrels like me. We are live on stage at Ocala Civic Theater now through September 19th. It is a musical comedy tale of the movie you know and love. We sing, we dance, we steal from the ladies. We do the hustle, all in a day. Now, call 352-236-2274 and get your tickets to the musical Dirty, Rotten Scoundrels at the